The KZN Future 50 with Pavlo Fatidis. Inspiring KZN's business future.
It's time for KZN Future 50, and for that we have Pavlo Fatidis from Auric. Good morning, Pavlo.
Good morning, Carmen. How are you doing?
Amazing. So, tell me, which business will you be featuring today and why did you pick them?
The business is called the Bedrock Group. They're an international concrete construction company that focuses mostly on precast and side-cast concrete elements. And what that means is they fabricate the piece of construction on site, either at their location or at the building site itself. They specialize in something called tilt-up construction. And tilt-up construction is where you make these enormous concrete panels and then get an enormous crane in order to lift the panel up vertically and place it almost like a Lego block where it needs to be. And what that does is it makes the building happen very, very quickly, and it saves an enormous amount of time, and it means that the property company can get to making the money to pay off for the construction far quicker.
So what makes them special enough to be on the KZN Future 50?
Well, look, in construction really is a multidisciplinary sport in many ways. Think of construction. Any construction site is like the Olympics, as opposed to a rugby match or a football match or a cricket match or anything along those lines, because everyone who plays into it, all these subcontractors and primary contractors have got highly specialist skills, and together they come together in order to create the outcome of a final construction project. What I like about the Bedrock Group is they are absolute specialists. They have focused exclusively in global capabilities around concrete construction, and it shows in their staffing. It means, for example, their teams, their employees remain with them far longer than they would otherwise. It means also that they, as specialists, bring in super efficient and deep knowledge in the area of concrete. They can focus their marketing. They know what role they play in this complex collaboration of construction. And importantly, because this is all they do, they've got an approach to doing it that brings down the costs of delivering that outcome. And that's the big benefit of working with specialists in construction.
So, Pavlo, where will the Bedrock Group be in 5 years?
Every project in construction needs many skilled people working together, and when the skilled people work well together, the jobs get done faster, better, safer, and at a much lower cost. A construction obviously is more than just building things. It's what helps people live better lives. If you think about it, the roads, the bridges, the railways, the ports, the power stations, the warehouses, the homes, the factories, none of it can happen without strong local construction companies. And if we want that future in South Africa, we must support South African firms in all our big infrastructure projects. It means giving big public projects to local companies. And respectfully, and I say this with a lot of caution, but it's not about choosing foreign ones, especially when prices don't make sense. Bedrock has got the people, the tools, the experience to deliver like many other subcontractors. And with a fair chance to compete, they could win more tenders and help grow the economy. And if infrastructure is indeed the backbone of our economy, which it is, and if we want to grow and succeed and stand strong, we must build it ourselves with South African skills and South African hands. Every project delivered by a South African company strengthens our companies, strengthens the skills, our capabilities, and allows us to operate and build our future independently.
Well, you talk about local, Pavlo. What can KZN do to support the Bedrock Group?
We're sitting in a situation where, for example, a company like the Bedrock Group is world class. And it's not because they've had it easy. It's because they've had it very, very tough. The nature of South Africa, the diversity of our terrain, our grounds, our soils, our slopes, everything from unstable clay soils to mountainous slopes to rural isolation, water scarcity, all of it. We have all of it challenging the civil engineering class in South Africa. And because they're able to work in that diversity, it makes them globally competent. We have Barbara Creasy, who's our Minister of Transport, and she understands the mathematics of logistics. For example, something that gets brought into the country or sent to other countries through an import-export process. Every dollar spent on logistics in sea means we're spending $3 in rail. So rail is 3 times more expensive than seed freight. Road is 10 times more expensive than seed freight. And air is just unaffordable. Our ports are still not functioning correctly. Our rail is still not functioning correctly. And our Minister of Transport is fully aware of this. And what I would encourage her to do is reach out to the subcontracting environment. Have a conversation with, for example, a Bedrock, and truly understand what the challenges are around executing and implementing infrastructure in rail, infrastructure in road, and importantly, infrastructure around our ports.
Pavlo Fatidis from Orica is joining us for KZN Future 50. Thank you for joining us. And if you want to get involved in the KZN Future 50, go to ecr.co.za and you can find all the info on all of the companies that we feature.